it's the fight versus knowledge. You can fight forever. Forever. They're welcome to that. That's what I was doing. I was fighting. Next thing you know, it was a new governor I was fighting. It was another attorney general I was fighting. I was like, wow. Next thing you know, it's another president. So these guys are in and out of office. Still fighting them. I don't fight these guys. They're in and out of office, and I got the same problem. So I stopped addressing it directly to them. I started addressing my information to their position. Like, dear governor. And it was it. I wouldn't put dear governor so-and-so. I never put no name on it because when a new governor comes in, that's not addressed to him. And he's throwing out information that I'm trying to find out about.
Now, have you guys wrote to, like, your guys, Columbus, you guys wrote to the governor to get on board with you?
No, I actually have had sit-downs with Governor Strickland. Our case and our situation is very different from anybody else's. And that's how it's, it's how it's been explained to me. There's a lot of loopholes and catches. And again, it's a death penalty case. And people don't understand the rules and the things that go into a death penalty case, just like I didn't. And now that I understand that, that's one of the reasons why we're trying to get rid of it. It's one of the most terrible things that you could possibly do to a man is put them on death row.
Right. I agree.
Especially being innocent.
Definitely agree. You here, it's wrongful conviction month. With you fighting so long, what would you tell the people that are fighting a wrongful conviction with their loved ones? What would you tell them to strategize? What's the best information you can give them?
When you have rallies, people watch them. Sometimes they just, what's sad is that they just watch them for entertainment, and they shouldn't do that.
Right.
What I had to do, it's a paper fight. You're fighting just like when they have an appeals, just like they're in court. Everything is a matter of paper. What you're doing is trying to get paper interjected into something. And if that paper, what you write down, it lasts. So if they're able to go back, if you're fortunate enough to get some of the information that you wanted in there, it kind of fits into it. So they're reading what the court said, what the appeals court may have said, that's something that you may have been able to get in on influence. So you have a much better chance of influencing a person when you're writing. I've learned that's way, just like books. Guys have written them 50 years ago because books are still here. So the things that I've written and sent people, it's still there, it's still happening. It's years later.
What's the hardest thing you think? The whole process. What's been hardest?
I say the hardest thing for me is not watching families stand together. Putting all the pressure on other family members for whatever reasons, whether you're, you don't know what to do, nobody knows what to do. You might be tired, but you're not always tired, and it's just difficult. I've always told them sometimes it don't have to be the fight, just come and show some love, and go back and tell your loved ones, hey, so-and-so show, that's showing love. You hear that in the streets a lot. Hey man, show me some love. And then when you get a situation like this, your friends, loved ones locked up, and then it's time to show some love, the guys don't show up. When I go to these rallies, I see all the females. I said the females aren't the ones who are being beat up by the cops. They're not the ones being locked up. They're not going through this stuff. Where are the men?
Yeah.
The men have been on parole. There's guys out here that knows how the system works. These guys need to come out here and support these women, and then show some support to the guys that's inside the prison. It's not. It's unbelievable that we have this opportunity to say something, justice reform, and we have an opportunity to change it that we've been crying and complaining about, and nobody shows up. That makes it not even a fight,
So for Kevin, what's been the hardest for him?
I think the hardest for Kevin has been a lot of disappointment in the criminal justice system at different stages where you think that, hey, I got him now. We've probably uncovered so many different pieces of evidence, it's unbelievable. But finding at different points, and then it didn't do any good, and then, a few years later, I was telling somebody, being a casting, patience is in question, and you don't get an answer for it years later. That's patience.
Right.
So ours has been a lot of patience. You don't have time to pick additional enemies. You know, my worst enemy. I learned I need as a friend.
That's what I always say. I don't have time for you guys. I don't have time for the trash talk. I don't have time for all of it.
Well, you know that's because you're focused. Everybody who comes out to the fight is not focused. Some people got so many other issues. I mean, you bring that to the fight, but they're not focused. And I saw over the years people falling off, lives changing. You know, I had to stay. I mean, whatever was happening in my life, it had to fall off. I couldn't look out and take care of myself and handle this case thoroughly like I wanted to. So I couldn't have that. So my life became this case. And that's what people don't understand out here fighting. This case becomes your life. You know?
Well, thank you.
I'll tell you what gets you through it. The heart. See, you'll learn that the heart is tough, but the mind must obtain knowledge. See, so whatever you want to do with your heart is good. You have to have the knowledge to do it. And that's what I was able to learn. Knowledge is power.
I agree. Definitely agree. And I got a lot to learn. I got a lot to learn. But we are friends.
Yes.
We are friends. And you guys, I am out here with a wonderful person right here, Charles. He's been fighting for his brother for a long, long time. And my heart goes out to him and his family. To Kevin himself, because, you know, to be on death row for as long as he was, and then to be off, and then still be out here. Sorry, guys.
Park over there.
To be out, not on death row anymore, and still continuing to fight. You know, this is a strong family, and I'm thankful for him to be out here. It's Wrongful Conviction Month, you guys. We're going to be out here for a little bit longer. If you guys can stop by, come on down and join us. If not, continue to keep watching, guys. Have a good day.